folks, we're going to try this one more time to get in with the dashboard and YouTube Studio. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm going to give it one more shot and see what we get. Okay, so here we go, that thing. So I go into live control room, and then it tells me, even though I can see in the background that my stream is up, it's telling me that I have to get some streaming software. I would think that YouTube in my PlayStation connected to my YouTube in my laptop should allow things to work, but it doesn't seem to be how that's working, and my brain doesn't comprehend what I'm missing. Try this route. I had it figured out for a minute by button smashing, but I had 21 minutes of dead space, and where I was just sitting here in the tractor burning fuel, doing nothing, while I dinked around with the laptop. And now I can't remember what buttons I smashed. Let's see here. Alright, what do we got going on here? Did I button smash enough? Did I button smash enough? I think I did. Maybe. Alright, I'm not scheduling it. Close that. Let me into this thing. Hey, I think I got it this time. Click that. Save that. And now we need to change it. And got change the visibility and make it public. now, five minutes and 12 seconds later, I'm live? Question mark. Let's see if this is a confirmation on my phone. Hey! Alright, so it only took me 5 minutes this time to figure it out with a lot of button smashing. Noise. Anyhow, let's check our audio to make sure we're audioing. Should be. Oh, Lord have mercy. If it were easy, everybody would do it, right? Oh, and it's because it's paused. There we go.
Voice. Anyhow.
Alright, we can mute that again. Alright, so. Trials and tribulations. I am, working on this project again. We're going to do some of this tree stuff at night, and then we're going to go up to the house and take a little siesta and come back with daylight to do some finagling. Hopefully I can make it work. I did a little bit of testing with some stuff, and I got a couple of rough ideas, but I've spent about every night, during the day too, at work, thinking about what I'm going to do with this thing, and I keep flip-flopping as to what exactly I want to do with it. And I decided this morning that I am just going to go for it and start throwing things down and see if it works. So it's not going to be totally willy-nilly, but it's not going to be exactly perfection either. There's going to be some learning happening. I should probably move that tractor. Let's see what we got going on here. If I can get on this tree, we're going to go third person so I can actually see. I'm going to take this tree out, and I am going to move the tractor so I don't crush it, because bad things might happen here. We've seen my logging skills, and the less iron in the way, the better. There's a big old tree. Let's get to cutting some stuff off here. I should shut the shut the head off before I lose all the wood that I want on here. Alright, let's shut that off, roll out, push out. What are we hitting on? Yeah, see, cab blocks a view. Let's see if moving the cab does anything for us. I know you can move the cab. Why? Why? I'm on control group for the cab. There we go. L1 right stick. So let's see if that makes things a little bit better to see. A little bit. Alright, pull up here. Grab it. Cut it. attempt to cut it anyway. Thick, chunky tree. And it wants to fight back. For the game making such a big deal about the logging aspect and the ability to do logging, they really make it difficult with their physics. Why are we stuck? I should just let that thing grind. You know what? If it'll grind it, I'll let it. Alright, get out of here. Can't get a camera angle I like either. I know, picky, aren't I? The tree that doesn't want to die. Okay. I'm gonna do this rather unorthodox. Maybe this tree will stay. And we'll just trim off these lower limbs and it will live on forever. Because if I can't cut it down easily, I'm just gonna leave it be. The machete will do it. Let's see if the chainsaw will do it. Won't let me run with my chainsaw in my hand, that's rude. Yeah. Adios, tree. Let's get down here and just let her be. And there we go. All this high dollar equipment, and I gotta go down to a chainsaw to get it. Alright. Is what it is. I think that's the last of the standing trees. Oh, I should have kept that running so I can get that stump. Whatever. Whatever. Alright. Too heavy. Oh, dang it. Let's see if you're too heavy cut in half. What flavor is this tree? Shag bark hickory. Alright, he's gonna let me drag that. Let's go ahead and delimb while we're here. I don't think that actually changes the weight any, but since it's laying here. Since it's laying here, we'll make it a little bit cleaner. Will you let me drag it now? Okay, 6 tons is max, and 6.6 is max. And we're at 10. Or not 10, we're at 7. I'm sorry. Well, let's start chopping things off. This is gonna hurt. It's gonna roll at me. Whoop, 6.8. We're closer. And if we chop this off, we should be good. If it'll give us the line to do it. There we go. Come on. Right. And then, okay, we'll go over here. $6.5. It should be good now, right? Yes. Let's go ahead and pull this into us. And then, oh yeah, sure. We'll let some cable out. Why? And sliding across ice. We're just going to imagine that that tree branch isn't poked directly through my skull. Yes. course. Of course. There we go. Come on. Come on. A little bit closer. We'll go here. And here. Let's see if we can get this bonus piece to ride with us. I don't feel like getting out and hooking up the cable, so go ahead and chop this off and then grab the excavator and grind these stumps off, and then we will head to the house, sleep for morning, and proceed in daylight. And of course she didn't fall over. Let's go ahead and put the chainsaw away. Cable. Came in like a wrecking ball. Well, I guess not so much. Well, I guess I lied, didn't I, Duke? I did that whole singing thing again. Good morning, Majors. How are we doing today? Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I said I would not make any permanent progress on this without having it recorded or streamed, so I'm tired of thinking about it, and I'm ready to do. Enjoy your Saturday morning walk, sir. How's Puppy doing? Oh, dadgum. There we go. I think that was the problem when I was trying to use the arms of cut. I forgot to switch off of cab control. So then I was sliding the cab instead of lifting the boom. Tree be gone. Alright, I have a little bit of stumps over here from what is that, service barrier, downy service, whatever. A little cluster over here from those. Come on, get your controls figured out. There we go. Spin around here and grab that one. Oh my goodness, the lights in the window. I'm blind. Alright, that stump's gone. I might bring the power washer out here and clean this thing. The windows are nasty. I gotta hurry up and get this thing done. I have actual field work that needs to get done, and I'm just keep messing with this. We're gonna leave. Are we gonna leave you? No, we're gonna take you back to the house. I don't think I need you out here anymore. Let's go ahead and check if we can move this limb by hand first. I think we can. Oh yeah, easy peasy. I can stay there then. That can stay there. Yeah, but I gotta do building now, so I've gotta get daylight. We're finally gonna make a solid decision and go forward with it. Whether it's right or wrong, we'll fix it later if it's wrong. But I gotta get this done, or I either gotta get it done or I gotta leave it alone. I would rather get it going though, and have it functional. But I absolutely have to get on to field work. And I think I've made a decision that I'm going to plant onions. I'm going to plant onions on a field I already own, and I'm going to buy another field. I think I'm going to buy field 8. Yep, exactly, Majors. Make it and then figure out the kinks later. I'm really hoping that somebody comes out with some good off-road dump trucks like I've got in 22. That would be very nice. Why am I so forward in my seat here? Can this one be adjusted? It can. That's suspension and interior camera adjustment. I feel like I'm poking my head through the roof. And then I'm adjusting the suspension without wanting to. Whatever. Let's stop dinking around and get to work. is happening here? I didn't think this tractor was that heavy that it would drag this truck down, but sure is making it work. Oh, you? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, thank you, Majors. I appreciate that share there. Oh, Nelly. It's so dark and spooky. Alright, so note to self, if I want to get across town quickly, don't drag this tractor with this truck. Yeah, you're going to cause a traffic jam, aren't you? Nah. Oh, no. All right. I gotta stop hitting that button. There we go. Lettuce and tomato, go take a little rest. Come back at this in the daylight. Yeah. Halloween with Easter eggs. Nice. Let's see. Oop. Actually. Yeah. We're not gonna dink around. We're just gonna go back to work. So 6:30. Daylight. All right. Let's see. We gotta check the used bin. Nothing there. Excuse me. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and move some stuff real quick. We're gonna get a semi, and we're gonna take that loader over to its home finally. Can we squeeze through? Can we? There we go. What's up, live? Go ahead and take this trailer. Get this dozer off. We're going to load the loader, and then we're going to real quick run the horses because they've been neglected. And that'll give us an opportunity for another thought that I was having. I'll take a look at that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining. Alrighty, sir. You have a good adventure. Hope his paw's doing well. And we'll be here. Bind, and sure, let's try back there. Can I get? Yeah. Oh, I haven't noticed that before, but the D-rings actually pull up. That's kind of a cool feature. Boop. Alright. So like I said, we're going to grab the horses real quick. I am horrible about riding them on time, so while it's fresh in my head, we're literally going to run over here and grab them and take care of that. Ooh, easy. There we go. I wasn't sure if I saved that or not, but I did, so you guys are going to get to check out my, what we got here? Oh. I gotta catch up on the stream here, or the chat. Oh. Yeah, I'm glad I live in the middle of the country in a rural area for that exact reason, live. No smashy windows here. I decided I wanted access to the island, but I didn't do a whole lot of testing with it. I'm starting to worry that the barge is going to want to try to come through this channel. I thought they came through the other side. Corps engineers is going to have something to say about this. Well, this is a perfect time to test and see. Let's see what we'll get Sunny over here to safety. And we'll see what exactly happens with this. I gotta imagine the boat will go right through. It'll just look really funny. Guess you're not supposed to build across shipping lanes for a reason. Let's go third person so we really get the true aspect. Watch it crash the game. No, my bridge. Well, that's something, isn't it? Now we know that the barge actually... Oh, look at me go. Floating. They wouldn't run the barge through there anyway. Look at how close that is to the shoreline. My goodness. Well, maybe we'll have to rethink that one. We might have to rethink that one, or we're just going to have to pretend that the barges don't exist. Because I kind of like the idea of having a little bridge across there. And if I could buy the island... Oh, easy. If I could buy the island, I would. But it laid in just perfect. Oh, I could bring the bednar over here and mulch off all these goofy little trees and the little shrubs. That'd make it look all right. Anyhow, let's get this horse ridden, and then we'll go over and we'll get Sunny ridden, and we'll go over and get Odin, and then we'll get back on task. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm having absenteeism. I don't mean to be ignoring the chat, but yet I am. How is it not getting stuck on what though? Yeah, the horses in Red Dead Redemption are like, they did a really good job with that game. I just lost my interest in it. I should go back and play the story, but now I don't have enough space on my hard drive on my PlayStation. So it's one of those situations. All right, Sunny, you're done. Let's get you back. GTA, yeah, it's been delayed again. That's not surprising, but they have they have a huge, huge expectation on what they put out as their GTA 6. They've really set the bar up there as far as expectations. And if it's anything less than perfect, you know darn well people are going to have a fit. So I would rather them take as much time as they need to put it out properly than do something like Giants, who slaps it out and has bug after bug after bug. Yeah, exactly. If they need time to polish it, make it right. What is that doing there? Was I doing? I must have been doing some testing over here and just forgot to get rid of that. So I guess I have a shed over here now. I just have a shed over there randomly now. Alright, let's get these guys cleaned up. They're pretty darn stubborn about getting clean. Or I'm impatient, one of the two. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Slide through the shop real quick. Yeah, we'll give you this nice view while I take a moment. I'll be right back. Apologize. Alright, sorry about that. Oop. Let's go ahead and remember what we're doing. And let's go. My goodness, you're sliding. Alright. No, yes, this. I wish that alerts wouldn't pop up in the lower right corner of the screen, because then it covers part of the chat. We aren't going to talk about that. We aren't going to talk about that. I was like, man, the truck is really dogging. It is 100% my fault. I'll have to put some new ramps on. Don't do it? Okay. No, we're just going to run that stop sign, I guess. Okay. Why? Why is it sliding so bad? It's almost off the trailer. Alright, so the loader's finally home. Bought this a long time ago with the intention of bringing it out here, and didn't have an out here to bring it to. Alright, so my plan out here is I want to get, so that's the discharge for the production, and I have it in my mind that since there are no good size quarry trucks or haul trucks, that I'm going to belt it and kind of make this area a massive stockpile. So I think first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and get all this ground painted in something not dirt or grass. So we'll go I think we'll go with gravel. I thought about going with rock, but if I'm not mistaken, that also gives you quite a bumpy texture. It's not horrible though. And then once it's coated with rock, let's give it a little test. So we'll go ahead and paint more of that. So we have a nice test area. Slide over here. Take the long way, of course. And we're going to try to do a third gear dump for spread. Not too bad. Right now I'm testing to see if it actually changes the ground any. I don't think it does. I think it just gives the illusion of roughness. I'm using the stone to see if there's any low spots that actually show up. And it doesn't really seem like it. And if you look at the cutting edge of the... I guess if you look at the cutting edge of the bucket, there does have a little bit of like a textured low point. I think we're just going to go with all rock. Maybe put a couple of speckles of the stone paint through to make it look like the bedrock poking out. And push this all the way over here. Because if you paint over product, it makes the product disappear. And we'll go back into painting, and we're going to just I wish the rock would match what is here, but that's one of those things that it is what it is, and you deal with it or you do something different. I'm not sure why they don't make their own textures in the map match what you can put down. If that makes sense. It doesn't make sense to me that you can't paint that same gravel texture because it's totally different. Why would you have a paint that you use a lot as a developer and then you can't match it? What if I want to extend the driveway but with the same stone? I don't know. It's one of those, I might be being too picky. I might be being too picky. And I think we'll go ahead and let's go up here like this. And that. Alright. So now the yard's looking a little bit better. I'm going to extend it over here, but not right this second. So now we need a platform, because you can't level this area. You can't raise it, can't level it because of the rocks that are here. So you gotta find a different way. Gotta find a different way. And that's what we do. Let's see here. I'm looking for the platform concrete. I'm gonna check something real quick. I don't think it is. Oh. It is. So the gravel road texture. Nope, it matches the rock that you can paint. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Where is platform thing I want to use? Not in there. It's not in decoration. Oh, good gravy. Tools. That's where it's at. Yep, there it is. Alright, so I want to line this up sort of like this. It's not about there. And we'll look at it for... So I didn't use snapping. I don't think I used snapping when I placed the production because I wanted to tie this generator that you can't get rid of. I wanted to tie it into the build. But I want to use snapping for this. But that's not exactly where I want it either. Let's try moving it over. Sell that, and we'll try again. Turn the collision off. So I have to have snapping on for its orientation, and then snapping off to slide it into place. And it's not exactly... maybe if we do... Okay, let's try it this way. Well, I want you to not rotate. Are we happy there? Let's look at it. Let's look at it. It's not great, but we can make that work. We can make that work, I do believe. Let's take a look at it from the ground. Not that ground, though. Oh, that's nice. You can see right through it. Awesome. Alright, so it's a little more of a lip than I wanted. Can we get this across it? Yes, we can. Alright. Lower that down like that down like that. But we're still not in the trigger zone for the production. So we're going to go ahead and turn that on so we can actually see it. No, not that button. Boobadoo. This is where we want to be. Interactive on. Just short of it. And then that puts us just short of getting over the edge. So I do believe we need another belt. Back this one up, pack it and back it. So we're going to work on the meat and taters first, and then the decoration. And you can't just have a ramp to nowhere with no support. So let's figure out that real quick. Actually going to bring the loader over here. We're going to do a little bit of light enhancement. I thought that I would have better lighting right now, but with the fog and the way the sun is oriented, it is going to be kind of hard to see. So we are going to drop that tool, see if we can manage to pull this light plant over there using the strap. Put that down there and slide over here. Alright, now we have light for construction. So then I want to be in... I want to be down here in decoration, I believe. There's a couple different ways I thought about going at this. Either we use placeable rock pack, which the rock doesn't match the game rock in colors, so I haven't fully decided if that's a method I want to use or not. Let's get a big enough rock. So we could shove this in there and make it look like it's just part of it. So let's take off the restriction of placement. Do that and then grab Oh, settle in there. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't like the fact that the colors don't match. That bothers me a little bit. I kind of feel like maybe maybe just making pillars. But I also kind of like the idea of hiding the fact that you can see through the ramp from the bottom as well. That's way too big. Okay, that's more. No, no, me no likey. Me no likey. It's gonna have to be something like this one. Something like that. And then we gotta get this one filled in. No. Oh. And we'll plunk that in there. Alright, chat, this is where you have a say. Is the difference in color too much? I'm not a big fan of that situation. Let's try a different one. Or the same one, just differently. Oh, there's that sweet spot right before it popped up. There we go. I don't know. That or we can make straight straight white pillars. And that is, let's go ahead and sell this stuff off. Doo-doo-doo. And that is actually a fairly unorthodox method that I came up with. And that's using the light placement tools. So that seems to be pretty close, and that seems to be pretty close. Let's see how this pans out. A little bit further out than I wanted it to be, but we can change that too. We can change that. So we will sell this one. And that way it will connect to that one. It gives us our guide. Sell. Okay. Now we take I might have gone out of order there. I might have gone out of order. Go there. And then shove that one in there. Like that. Okay, we're working. Now we change block sizes. We get rid of this one. And we slide this one in there. Boom. And that's how you make a support pillar. Go ahead and stack this one up. Boom. Boom. And we're going to have to adjust it a little bit, but that's okay. We want to get on. Gonna be finicky, aren't ya? Gonna be finicky. Let us sell this one. And put this on over here like that. Not quite. Get on there. Right there. Now can we go back? Nope, you fall off. Fine. We'll do it this way. Because what it's relying on is the collision to get it in the right place. So if I can get it where I want it, that's not where I want that one though. If I can get it where I want it, and then I can fudge it in. Got a little bit of overlap, a little bit of overlap. That is more better. So now we got to figure out which ones we need to sell off of here to still. I know what we're going to do. We are going to sell that. We're going to sell all these other blocks under here real quick. Oh, no, exit demolition. Select, sell. Oh, come on. Trying to get it on the side of it, and that's just not gonna. It's not gonna play along. That's fine. We have other ways. We have other ways, just like that. And then we select that one and sell it. We'll place that like that. And we'll get the skinny. Actually, we're going to go ahead and get rid of this one. We're going to jam it up into position where we want it using the thin one. Or not. I didn't get the height right. I didn't get the height right. So we'll just stack another one. Get in there. There. Oh, you bugger. You bugger. That's fine. There's always a way to figure it out. It's just sometimes it takes a little longer. That, and then that. Now, do we dare try to cover up that gap at the bottom? I think we do. We're going to try it. Worst case scenario, it goes bad and we have to redo it. So we need 1 meter block. So we are going to use that, and we're going to try to be more careful in our placement. Something about like that. And then that. So now we have what looks like poured concrete pillars. Oh, criminy. I'm particular, and I'm going to have to adjust that. We should be able to. So select that, sell that. And that was a 2 meter block. So we're going to plunk that in here. Oh, get in there. You know what? We're just going to let that live. Just going to let that live. And then you can take... You can back out of the menu. So now we have a little bit of a gap. Oh, I don't know. I'm almost thinking the rocks are going to be better because that scene through the platform. Being able to see through the platform is really no bueno. We can hide the gap at the bottom of those pillars, but we can't hide the invisible platform. Oh, so we go to... No, not trees. Painting plants. So go painting first. I wonder if that's far enough away to adjust the land. Let's take a look at that. We'll paint it gravel. And then we will try to raise it. I don't think it's going to let us, so. What are you doing? Oh, I gotta get down on it. Okay. We'll do that, and then no money moving, no ground moving. So that would be a no. Let us see what stacking some rock on that looks like. Suddenly you don't even notice it. And you sit too high, so unless you're on foot, you can't see through the platform. And I suppose I could put... I could put a concrete wall in there too. Let's look at that real quick. I gotta guess that it will be in not this subcategory. I don't think... No, it's not really gonna be what I want. Terrain too steep. Yeah, it just follows. What if I do here? No, it's gonna stay low. No. You can only go one direction. It wants to dip for the dip. And I don't want it to dip for the dip. And we go back further. It's jutting through. Okay, so that is a no. Let's look at... Is it in decoration? I know I have concrete panels, like wall panels. I just don't remember where they're hiding. I have panels, I just don't know where they're hiding. Aha, what do we have here? No. Hmm. If you excuse me a moment, I gotta go deal something. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I could hear somebody's alarm going off on the tablet, and that just enough of a distraction. So we could do concrete wall in here. That one's too wide, I think. What do we got here? We don't care about the overlap. Could that? We'll never get it through the face, though. Oh, there we go. What we got going on here? Hmm. And then do we get rid of the pillars? And try to box it? Hmm. We'll worry about that later. We'll worry about that later. Right now, it don't look horrible. Right now, it does not look horrible. So, we need to make the ruck get out of here and land out here. So we need to go get a couple of belts. And we got the semi there, so let's get this out of the way. Get that out of the way. We'll go get the semi. We'll get a couple belts. Yeah, we'll go. We'll just leave it in third person. Still too dark for tent. I did put the ramps up this time, didn't I? Yep. All right. Oh, really? Okay. Here we are at the store. And we need belts. Yeah, it would be nice if I could remember where they are. All right, I think that one only takes that and that. So I need Let's see if we can make this work. We're going to grab the multi-fruit hopper, palletizer and hopper. And buy that. And two of these. Let's go with one for now. Go one of these for now. And we're going to go ahead and set it to the 10 times speed. And we're going to grab one of these of the same mod. It's the quick belt system. You can set it to either 1 times, which is base game, 3 times, 5 times, or 10, 7, and then 10 times discharge speed. Your belts have to match each other or they will default to the slowest belt. So if I hook these two together, then they'll discharge at 10 times speed. Unfortunately, the hopper that comes with this pack only does potatoes and sugar beets, if I remember the image correctly. So I'm going to have a little bit of a speed conflict. Hopefully it works. I don't think I need that this time. Yeah, you know what? I'll probably use it at some point, so I'll just buy it now. I will probably use it at some point, so I might as well just get it now. Stop twisting. And lock it in, lift it, move it. Who says there's no use for cranes in Farm Sim? Just get the right camera view. bit of the lift. Little bit of the lift. And a little bit of the lower. Fantastico. Slap some straps on that so it doesn't move. And now for the next piece. Welcome, thanks for joining. We're doing things. Finally making Play-Doh strength plans. Tired of not making any progress in the actual farming part of this because I'm too busy. Why? Why are we jumpy? Why are we jumpy? Stop it, Crane. Make some progress on this plan. Yeah, let's go and then we do this, and then we do this. We do this, and we do this, and it'll work, I promise. If it doesn't, it should have. How you doing today, Jay? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. What's up, kid? Now we just need to get this damn belt to stay on here. Got one vote of confidence, that's all I need. Let's try that strap, and hopefully it lets the crane go. If not, we'll see the whole works get pulled off the ground. There we go. So far, so good. Oh, well, thanks for checking it out, Jay. Hope your day goes well. Oh, haha. So as much as it made it seem like it wasn't connected, it definitely is connected. Did that let it go? Yes, it did. Good. I started dragging the whole truck and trailer over. Alright, and we'll put that little belt probably either there, or if we can make it fit right here, we'll put it there. I love the fact that they put the strap on the claw in this thing. It makes life very, very, very simple. Alright, change camera again. I think we're gonna shoot for it to land. Well, we're just gonna put it right here, I think. I think we're going to put it right here. Go ahead and close those jaws a little bit to control it. Yeah, buddy. It's not the cleanest load you'll ever see, but it will definitely work. Now, let's get this over there. Definitely better than the option of dragging them each over individually with the tractor. Yeah, I understand that, Jay. If it helps you, I think I'm going to put in onions. So you're not going to be the only one in pain and suffering. If I'm reading it right, there's only one way to pick the onions up off the ground. And that's with that potato onion harvester. Like, you got to use all of the pieces. There's not a standalone harvester. So you got to use the one that pulls them out of the ground and cuts the vegetation off or whatever. And then the other one cleans them and windrows them. And then you got to have a big expensive machine to pick them up off the ground. I definitely got to get that visor off of this truck. That's too much. It looks good on the outside, but try to ride first person, you can't see anything. Stop here for unloading. I said stop here, truck. Good Lord. Alright, nothing flung off. That's good. Alright, so if you're just catching up and stopping in, we are at this point. We've made a platform for belts to run out on, and I've kind of had a I put it out to chat, but I didn't get any answers as to whether or not to use rock that doesn't match color wise or the pillars. For now, we're going to run with these pillars that I made. Let's see here. Oh, hey Eric, how you doing? Yes, it is the 379. But I gotta take that visor off. That's horrible. Let's see. Catch up here. Hold on just a second. Yeah, I think the onions are going to be. I haven't looked at the dollars and cents, but I there's two. Hmm. The pulling and the windrow, yes, but then you can use them in tandem. Two options though when gathering the windrows. As far as I can tell, though, unless you scoop them up off the ground with a bucket, you got to use that. What is it? I'm not even gonna guess at the name of it. I'm just gonna pop in here and look at it. So, vegetable harvesters, where are you? Onion harvesting. Okay. So you got to use the UMR 300 in conjunction with the UR 205. So you'll have one tractor with the 300 on the front and the 205 on the rear. And so the hulm, am I saying that right? The tool is used to cut off the hulm on the onions and drop them as a windrow behind the tool. And then the onion windrower picks up the windrow again, cleans the onions, and drops them on a desired side of the tool. So again, it's getting thrown on the ground. And then the Veritron 470, you can go in and you can either use it for potatoes or onions. And then that's how you pick them up off the ground and disperse them into a trailer, from my understanding. I kind of like the ISO, but yeah, you're not wrong, Eric. Potato harvesters, you say? Okay, I will, as soon as I remember where the heck those are. Okay, potato technology. That's the You must have an updated mod, Jay, because the only one that will work is that Veritron 470, and that's the other one that's in onion harvesting. Okay, so I'm going to go potato technology. I'm going to click on that. Is that what I want to do? Oh, dee 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 dee. Read all of the. Okay, so why don't they have? Hear me out. Why don't they have that on this screen? Where's the onion symbol? You know what I'm saying? So then does this one work too? No. Okay, I'm really missing their point here, and I see what you're saying, but at the same time, why, Giants? Why? That's what I got. Why? So what's the difference with the? Hmm. Hmm. I would actually have to get that out and play with it to see what that difference is. Yeah. It's one of those odd things. Another one of the many that makes you scratch your head. Alright, so back to this. This belt is base game, and it is the base game speed. So we're going to get that and put it to the side, because we went ahead and got 10 times speed on that belt setup. So that's a good place to park that. Oh, loudness. Oh, loudness. Alright, let's get the excavator so we can unload this stuff. Oh, you are going to want to take everything at once. Well, let's see if we can get up high enough to only take one at a time. Otherwise, we gotta walk the crane up here. Okay, good. Good. We can separate them. I didn't want to do it that dirty. I would have, but I didn't want to. Let's try there. And we'll come down a little bit and click it. Nope. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The stars are aligning. It's doing what I want it to when I want it to. But that being that far away with the camera was making me go cross-eyed, so we're gonna have to go first person so we can not go cross-eyed. Alright, let's run it to about right there. Set that up. And then we'll grab this belt. This way. There we go. And no. There we go. Well, that's not exactly what I had in mind. We'll do that, we'll do this, and then we'll drag it. It kind of has a collision I want. Come on. Slide, baby. Alright. Alright, we'll connect that. And then that and... Oh, nope. Switch tools. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that's that. That's that part. It's just those legs. And we want to switch back to the other belt. Oh, gravy. Okay, can we lift it up a little bit more? And then we're going to go ahead and click that. And let's see how it works. Alright, so we got 371,000 liters of stone in. And yet the belt won't keep running. Well, that tells me we need that other piece for sure. We're going to try sliding this in there and seeing if it will. Which belt? That one's that one, and that's that one. So we switch. Kind of feel like the belt systems are a little overly complex as well. And no trigger for the rock to come into it. So is it a height problem or is it a tool problem? Alright, well, we're not going to waste any more time looking at that right this second. Go ahead and get this out of the way. Oops. Ah, boy. I'm going to have to repaint the counterweight. And rather than make you guys watch me drive back to the shop to pick this up, I'm going to just grab this tractor. Nope. Yeah, we'll go first person. Which part? The thing that I'm hauling right now, or the small belt? Oh yeah, gonna use it as a an accumulator to try to offset the speed difference between the production and the discharge on the belts. And sadly, the thing is super picky about placement. So let's get it zoomed out here. I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's the back belt that's the back belt is the feeder belt. So let's get this thing positioned to where it can be filled. right there. And now we gotta finagle the belt over to it. And finagle the belt over. Like so. Alright, so now we should be able to do something. Or did it get angry and move? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Switch belts. Oh. Gotta get in the right piece. Gotta get in the right piece. See, these belts are a little ridiculous. Okay, that's that. Am I on the wrong thing? Oh, stop swinging the wrong piece, my boy. Stop swinging the wrong piece. Hello, hello. Welcome. Why is that belt? Why is that belt moving? What is happening here? I'm not a fan of it. You test something to your blue in the face and you still have trouble with it. So this is why I really would like to see a quarry truck come, hopefully soon, because as soon as one of those is in the game, I am abandoning this operation. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. It feels like winning. I need faster belts or I need a bigger hopper. I have load limits off, so I think it's honestly part of the physics of the game, is the belts will only hold so much material. They only hold so much material. At any given time. I think I'm going to get a secondary belt for down below to move the stuff off the ground. But for right this minute, this is the setup I have. It's what I've come up with that works so far. Does it work great? Not really. But it definitely works. It definitely does work. Just not the best. That's not what I want to do. I want to do... Oh, nope. I'm going to fall off the thing. I don't think I'll ever have a shortage of stone, though. I really would like to get those belts working the way my mind tells me they should be able to. I do believe... Well, I probably should move the belt from over there. What is the degrees of angle on these belts? Does anybody know? Like, do they move by themselves? think I need more platform. So in essence, we need a quarry truck. Yeah, buddy. It's not exactly working the way I want it to. The belts will not continue a positive movement of material. It's like they overload. I have weight limits or load limits off, so I'm not really sure what the situation is there. But it seems like they can only have so much on them at one time, and then kaputskis. And if I can't discharge fast enough, it's like even the hopper doesn't discharge fast enough. I can sit here and make it run. Bless it, stop moving the wrong thing. And I kind of don't have the range of motion I'd like to have. I think I need more platform. But overall, it is working. And now it's just time for making it work better. I still don't understand what the change angle on the belt is. I've never been able to figure it out in 22 or now in 25. And I suppose it could be like other people, you know, I could probably Google it. Use me technology abilities. But I would have thought it would have become apparent at some point in playing the game that, hey, this is what that's for. Alas, it has not. But I think that's a pretty good pile of rock. I mean, that's going to last me a while, honestly. I think that is... I'm disappointed I can't get the belts working the way I want them to, but I think that's pretty good for what I can get it to do. I'm not overly... No, it's honestly, it is a belt weight issue. I'm even running those belts at... So these two belts are 10 times speed. But the hopper is a set speed. And it doesn't have... If I had larger capacity or faster discharge on that and or the belts, I think even 10 times speed isn't fast enough to get rid of the weight. Because if you watch, it'll discharge only so much and then it'll stop discharging out of the hopper which interrupts the flow out of the hopper. Trying to pick it apart without knowing the actual details and specs, as funny as that sounds. I'm not disappointed, I just know it could be better. But it's going to serve the purpose and it looks good. Other than the hopper, I wish I didn't have to use the hopper. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So now I think I need to do some decorating to make this thing look legitimate. I'm still on the fence as to if I use rocks that don't match color-wise or these pillars. That's still really forefront in my mind. Whenever I look at it, I'm like, But the problem is, and let's see, got a couple people in here, and we'll see if we can get an opinion. So I made these pillars out of the spacing tools that came with the lights. I thought about using. Oh, where are you, rocks? Are you in decoration? I thought about using placeable rocks to build up and make the. That's not big enough. That's not big enough. That's not even the ones I was looking at. So, oh my goodness, come on with it. There we go. I thought about building a jut with these rocks. But the problem I'm having with them is their color doesn't match. So do we use non-matching rocks or do we stick with pillars? So we'll leave that one out to the wild. Yeah. That color difference drives me batty. However, I am leaning towards rocks because you can see through the bottom of the platform. Like what? Wait a minute. But yes, Jay, I'm of the. Well, you can play off that it's painted concrete. I know floating the platform is not the answer. Having it just jut out there. All right, so we're going to. This is what we're going to do. Right now, we're going to save. We're going to save where we're at, and then we're going to play with it. Let's do that again because I'm not sure that I did it. Maybe forget. I might squirrel just enough. Alright, so we'll go into here and select and delete. Yes. The nice thing is these don't cost any money. We'll do one side for now and get a look at it. How about that? Let's go with... I mean, if we can make it happen with one chonker. Come on, chonker, get in there. Get in there the way I want you. There's just a little peeking out. That's not horrible as far as... let's go ahead and kill these then. Let's kill those and we'll put that in. Let's see how you are lining up here. Give me that warning and just get in something like that. And then let's see. New. I mean, technically I could just redo the entire rock face. Just build over all of Giant's rocks and put my own in. I guess that's an option. I want to get a little bit. What we got for? No, none of those are. None of those are what I want. No. And this is chonk. This isn't bad. This isn't bad. Fill that in like that. That juts out too funny, so we're gonna have to do a whole thing with this. We're gonna have to do a whole thing with this. Yeah, baby. Get in there like that. And that. And a little bit like that. Oh, hey, right there. What says chat? Do we like that? Too much? Too little? Let's see what you look like right there. About that. I'm not hating it. And then I think this grassy area needs some paint. I think the grassy area needs some paint. You don't fall through the rocks, so that's good. Oh, I've got rocks. Alright, so now we need... Oh, let's test... Let's test something. Do the rocks push through that? Turn the wheel the right way. There we go. Come on. For crying out loud. Scoop the damn rocks already. Giants game physics be like. The rocks are now concrete. You cannot move them. Oh my goodness. Alright, so starting to get irritated with the game physics. Like, scoop the rock. Move the rock. At this point, I've even lost what my goal is right here at this second. It's like, what are you even doing, boy? Well, we got enough rock up here. Can we dump it on here and have it... I do believe I need to get a different bucket for over here, but I want the high capacity, so kind of 6 of one, half dozen the other. Six of one, half dozen the other. We're just gonna live until I find something to change it with. It's gonna live until I find something to change it with. So let's do... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright. We're done with the rocks for now. We're done with the rocks for now. Let's see what we got going on. I want to do some decoration, a little bit of something to make it pop. So let's see what we have to work with. Let's go. Nope. No, you're not. You're not what I want here. Let's try one more time. Oh. Yeah, no, that is not going to work. So it needs to be decoration. The fences are going to try to spawn or set in below grade, and that is not what we want. Oh, you got some new decoration stuff with Highlands. Okay, okay. I really haven't looked through the stuff that much. Oh, nice. We got some planters and chum bins or whatever that is. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Anyway, that's not what we're in here for. We are in here to find the parking or the barriers that we can use that don't try to go to the ground level. Oh, so many decorations. Let's see here. Did I pass it? No. Not yet. There we go. This is what we want. Come on, Wiggly. Get where I want you. One more click back. Just one more. Oh my goodness, come on. It's not gonna give it to me, is it? It is not gonna give it to me. We'll go there. Hopefully. Hopefully. No. Oh my goodness. Why do I try to get so darn extravagant? Oh, stop jumping around. And then one more here. About like that. Now let's see if the dang belt moves like I want it to. All right. Boop. Uh-huh. All right. So at least that worked out in my favor. That part worked out in my favor, so I've got bump stops. And then do I have... Yeah, I've got more room to throw out like that. Why aren't you discharging? Okay, so you're too high. So that's... Alright, I think that'll work for now. I think that's got it. It's a contraption, that's for sure. I'm trying to decide if I want to set up a secondary set of belts or if I just want to leave it as it is. But that's another time, another place. I think for now, that's going to be it. I do believe that it's going to work. And I also believe I am done with the live stream for today. I don't think I'm going to work on this anymore today. And we've already been at this for, a very long time. So, those of you who stopped in, thank you. Those who watch afterwards, I appreciate it. Y'all have a good Saturday. And I'm going to go ahead and call it quits. All right, you guys, take care.